Remember the other aircraft carrier that I visited a couple weeks ago? This is a different one from the same like era. I'm excited. You know, you wouldn't think it, but this aircraft carrier is a lot different than the other one. That doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, it's just, it's different. How many people know what that is? All of these fake mannequins keep scaring me. I keep thinking they're just people staring at me. It actually smells like laundry in here. So one thing that Seth and I failed to do at the last boat was follow the little arrows, like that guide you through the tour. These right here. But Savannah back there is insistent on us following these arrows, and because of that we haven't got lost yet. Do you think that's a real person or a fake one? Words to live by. It's a lot of stairs. One of the benefits to having this camera is for areas like that where it's closed, I can just stick the camera out and see around things. So apparently the engine room is underwater and that step, the water line. It's kind of cool. Alright, how's your tour going so far? You like it? I think this is sick bay. Check out this calculator. I'm pretty sure my mom had one of those when I was growing up. This reminds me that I haven't been to the dentist in like 5 to 6 years. I think we're going to the hangar deck now, or up top. Well, did you like the aircraft carrier tour?
Sure.
It was cool. It was fun. It was different than the Yorktown, which is the other boat that I went on, but it was still cool. Okay, I think we're gonna try a coffee shop that's like right over there. I think. This is a coffee slash ice cream bar. How's your coffee?
It's good.
It's not like a normal, we just normally get a oat milk latte with nothing in it, but it's chocolatey. It's nice. So I'm sitting out here editing this video, and yesterday night and this morning I was freaking out because I didn't think that I shot enough for yesterday's video, so I was just going to incorporate today's video into the video to make it a whole episode. But editing this, I literally, the video is great. It's just under 15 minutes, so the length is fine. The story is there, and if I added today's stuff into that, it would just feel like it would feel cluttered, and it would feel like just throwing just feel like noise, if that makes sense. But last night I was completely freaking out, and I think that got me thinking about how it's kind of funny that if I'm a classic overthinker, but if you overthink things, it really can mess with you. And being a creative, that can really, I feel like it's a really dangerous place to be. And for me, whenever I'm creating things, I like to just not think about it too much and just go ahead and do it. That's why my studio is set up the way that I do. That way, it's set up so I can be spontaneous, basically like that, and I don't have to overthink things, because the longer you have between your initial idea and getting that idea down, you have all this self-doubt that you leave room for all this self-doubt to creep in. And that's why I am so adamant about having my studio set up a very specific way, so that I can eliminate that, because I know that having more time for me is not a good thing. And my whole explanation of me just overthinking this vlog thing is a prime and perfect example of that. That's a great video though, I'm pumped. Also, I'm so sorry for that audio. The stupid switch on this microphone is switched to Omni again, instead of it being directional like it is now. And I don't want to try to redo what I just told you, because it felt perfect saying it that way. I'm sorry. Look at this helicopter. That's like his third or fourth time going in. He's going in a circle 500 feet that way. So I just finished up my edit for yesterday's vlog, and the entire first 2 minutes of the vlog is shot on this iPhone, and it looks incredible. Honestly, I would put this up against this. Obviously this is gonna look a lot better, but if I didn't tell you that it was shot with this, it's pretty hard to distinguish between this $7,000 camera setup and this iPhone. For anybody looking to make drum videos or any other kind of videos, and you are saying that you can't because you don't have this kind of camera, but you have an iPhone, you have everything you need, literally right here. It looks incredible. So recently I've had a lot of friends want to just make more videos or content specifically for the internet. And for me, in my experience making content for the internet, one of the big ways to make sure that you're successful in doing that is just by volume of output. By that I mean outputting a large number or a large volume of videos and or content. And because of that, for me, I typically work best when I don't think about things too much, and I just I have an idea and I just start shooting it, and I kind of find the path along the way. And that's kind of how I've always been with drums, music, just anything creative. And honestly, even day-to-day life, I do much better not really having a plan, just having kind of an outline or a general idea, and then I kind of just find my way along as I work. And I think that's one of the reasons I wasn't really successful in school as a kid, just because when people tell me exactly what to do, my brain just kind of freaks out, and I just ask why, and my gut reaction is to not do it. And I spent years thinking that wasn't a great thing. I spent years thinking that I was doing it wrong. All that being said, after being alive almost 30 years, which is kind of crazy, I'm gonna be 30 this year, I've learned that my strengths and my how I work best is by not really having a plan and kind of just making it up as I go along, and making content every single day and not overthinking it is an important part of my workflow. And not saying that I'm that's the only way that you can ever like make content or anything like that. I feel like there's a quote in a book that I just finished reading that talks about like having like ideas, and the quote is from a famous Hollywood producer, and basically the quote is just paralysis through analysis. And basically what that means is the more you think about something, the more paralyzed that you're gonna get, or if you overthink it, then it's not gonna come out as raw, it's not gonna come out as good. And a lot of times it's better just to kind of act on that initial spark or that initial idea and kind of, like I said, find your path along the way. And like I said before, that's why my studio is set up the way it is, and that's why, like, if I do overthink things, then stuff like last night happened and I just kind of freak out and think that it's not a pretty picture. I do much better not having a plan. And the reason I bring all that up is because I've got that same question by like close friends of mine. Like, I've honestly lost count in the last month, especially like around December and January, where they're trying to like do new things with the new year. So that would be my advice. Just do it. Don't overthink and just do it. And the funny part is Savannah is the complete opposite. She needs a plan like down to the T, and if she doesn't, then she completely freaks out. So we kind of there's a little yin and yang there. Is that right? Yeah. Brave. I feel like the creative successful in it. That's our Airbnb we're staying at. One of the things that I love doing, and I don't get to do it enough, especially living where we live in Tennessee, is going on walks at night. And a major influence on if I do that or not is if there's sidewalks. And Tennessee, like I said before, there's not a ton, but here there's no shortage of sidewalks. I wonder how much this is. So it's been like a week since I've played drums, and we're gonna be gone for 2 weeks. So it's only a matter of time before I have like an urge to like to play something. And I've been here before where I just kind of like I hit like a wall of like I need to like play something. And typically when I hit that wall, nothing bad happens. Like I don't want to explode or anything like that. I find myself beating and like tapping on things a lot more, and it doesn't bother me, but it mostly just bothers people like Savannah and people that just spend any kind of time around me, just because it's like an unrelenting, never-ending, basically a non-stop like drumming solo concert thing. And there's not really any solution to the only solution is just for me to play, and I'm honestly mostly just venting to you, just because it's gonna come up, I guarantee it, because we still have like a little over a week and a half before I'll actually get to be back behind my drum set in Nashville, because once we're done here, we're going up to Northern California to visit more family, which is totally fine. Not complaining, I'm just venting. And I'm home.